Hey, what is going on, guys? RvzStealth here, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at 10 really strong duo Q synergies to where if you pair these combos up together and you coordinate well with them, then they can be very strong for solo queue. Now, I'm not going to be going over any bot lane combos for this video. This is going to be combos for other roles, like not including duo bot lane combos. I've already done videos on best synergies down in the bot lane in the past, and I did one actually quite recently, I think in the past month or so, or the past 2 months. So if you want to take a look at that video, which is specifically for bot lane duo combos, then I'll leave a little annotation up on screen here. And then just before we get started, if you guys haven't checked out club.gg, super easy way for you to just get skins for playing League. All you got to do is enter challenges before you go into a game. You win these challenges, you get coins. You can use the coins to buy RP. So it's a great way for you to improve your game while also getting free skins at the same time. And there'll be a link down in the description below for you guys to check it out. So to start it off here, one of my all-time favorite combos is Rumble paired up with Jarvan. This is such a devastating teamfight combo because with Rumble, his ultimate, it's pretty easy to just walk right out of unless you can get it in a choke point or unless you can get it in an area to where the enemy is not going to be able to walk to the side and get out of it. It is somewhat underwhelming in certain situations, but if you pair Rumble up with Jarvan and Jarvan gets a multi-man ultimate off in a teamfight, the Rumble ultimate is guaranteed to hit. If they cannot flash out of the Jarvan ultimate, if their flashes are down, then the Rumble ultimate is going to be burning for the entire duration of the Jarvan ultimate, which just makes this teamfight combo insanely strong. It also works so well together because Rumble has the ability to follow up on the Jarvan engage super well due to the fact that Rumble's ultimate is a long range ability. A lot of champions don't do a very good job at following up with a Jarvan engage just because he can engage from such a long range, and oftentimes you might find yourself engaging and your team just is way back and they're not able to follow up. But because of that Rumble ultimate range, it just makes the combo that much better and much more easy to execute. So next up here is going to be Malzahar paired up with Evelyn. So this combo, the win conditions to it is that you just want to chill in the early game for the most part. You want to make sure you're not dying in the early game. Get to your level 6. Once you get the level 6 on Malzahar, this is where you pretty much just get guaranteed free kills. The Evelyn should just immediately come mid when the Malz hits level 6, and the Malzahar ultimate guarantees that Evelyn is going to be able to follow up with her charm, and the Malz ult with the Evelyn charm means a free kill. They're just going to be CC'd for a super long duration, so just always be playing around that Malz ult cooldown. It's going to be a free kill every single time it's up, and I just really like this combo because it's pretty easy to execute. Malz and Evelyn aren't super difficult champions to play, and as long as you do play around each other, you should be able to get a really good snowball going in the early game. So this next combo is going to be Cassiopeia paired up with Singed and even Twitch as well. The main reason to why this combo is so good is because the Cassiopeia doesn't even have to hit her Q in order to proc the poison, so she gets the bonus damage from her E. If the Singed just has his poison on in a team fight and he's got his poison on the enemy team, Cassiopeia just spams out her E, doesn't even have to land her Q, and can get a ton of consistent damage off in team fights. So if you're playing Singed and Cassio, you just want to be making sure that you're playing together in team fights, making sure that the Cassiopeia is on the same target as the Singed. As long as Singed is on the same target the Cassiopeia is, then she just gets to spam out her E, never has to land a Q, and it just makes Cassiopeia much more easy to execute in the mid to late game fights with this Singed. So this next combo is what I like to call the go bot lane at level 6 and grab a double kill combo. So Shen paired up with either Pantheon or Nocturne. You want to be playing this combo proactively instead of reactively, and what I mean by that is whenever you do have the Shen ultimate up and the Pantheon or Nocturne ultimate up, look to be using those aggressively. So don't be looking to use your Shen ultimate to save your teammate when he's low on HP. Look to be using your Shen ultimate onto the Pantheon or onto the Nocturne when they're looking to dive down bot lane, pick up some free kills. I just really like this combo for a duo combo just because you can play so aggressively and you can really do a great job at punishing the enemy's mistakes. If you notice, like the enemy AD carry caught out in the side lane, you just use your ultimate, kill the AD carry. You're gonna find a lot of situations where there's just so many free kills, so many free picks, and it just allows you to snowball the game very well. The next combo is going to be Xerath paired up with Orin, and this is the ultimate death from afar combo. So Xerath and Orin, their ultimates are very long range abilities, and therefore if you can combo them well together, you can just isolate somebody from very far away, burst them out, and there's really nothing they can do. So the win conditions to this combo is just play around your ult cooldowns, look for picks with the Orin ultimate. If Orin can just see a squishy target out of position, or they don't even have to be out of position, if you just see a squishy target and you use your ultimate on them with Orin, the Xerath can follow up with his ultimate, and the Xerath ultimate, if the enemy is slowed by the Orin ult and knocked up by the Orin ult, is going to be much easier to hit. So as long as you're a decent Xerath player, you should at least be able to hit like 2 or 3 ult charges, and in the mid to late game when you are fed with Xerath, your ultimate is going to kill a squishy target with like usually 3 charges. If you do hit 4, it's going to be guaranteed to kill them, and with that Orin ultimate, it just makes it super easy to do so. So as the Orin player, you do have to realize that you're not always looking to use your ultimate on multiple targets in a team fight, even though in most situations that would be the best thing to do. Look for a multi-man Orin ultimate. When you do have a Xerath on your team, when you're coordinating with the Xerath, you could just use your ult to find those picks, and if you can do this, you are going to have a lot of success with the combo. The next combo is going to be the ultimate team fight or hard engage combo, and it's going to be Sivir paired up with Kled. So with these two champions, you pretty much can choose exactly when you want to look for an engage and just go for it, and it's just a super snowbally combo, because if you can get ahead in the early game with these two champions, then you just press R on either one of them. You don't even have to really synergize your ultimates together. What you can do is for one fight, you can use the Kled ultimate to engage. The next fight, you can use the Sivir ultimate. So it's a good thing to just not use your ultimate at the exact same time, because if you already have the Kled ultimate going, the Sivir ultimate, that little bit of extra movement speed, isn't really going to do a ton for you. So just make sure you are not layering your ultimates with this synergy, but you're using them at different times, and you're just always going to have some way to look for an engage or some way to look to go in when these two champions are on the same team. So what is a duo Q synergy video if I do not include Yasuo? Yasuo does have some of the best synergies in the game with champions who do have knockups. Pretty much any champion that has a knockup is going to be great for Yasuo, but the 3 champions, in my opinion, that are the best paired up with Yasuo are Zac, Wukong, and Malphite. I would say that Zac is even more consistent than Wukong or Malphite, just because he's not reliant on his ultimate for Yasuo to be able to combo off of him. His E is going to provide the knock up there, and I'm pretty sure his Q can also provide, I'm not sure if it's like a knock up, but I'm pretty sure when you do use your Q with Zac, Yasuo can ult off of that. So there's just a lot of ways for you with the Zac for Yasuo to use his ultimate, and it just makes the combo super deadly pretty much whenever Yasuo's ult is up. You don't have to wait for like the Wukong ultimate or wait for the Malphite ultimate. As long as Zac's E is up and Yasuo's ultimate is up, then you can just be looking to hard engage in the mid to late game and look to dominate team fights. So this next combo is probably the most annoying one I've ever had to go up against in solo queue, and it's Zilean paired up with Kayle. This is basically the never die duo synergy, because the Kayle ultimate and the Zilean ultimate means that a player on your team is really gonna never die in a team fight, and if you can reach the mid to late game with this combo, it's gonna be so difficult for the enemy team to actually find a pick or look for a good engage due to the fact that you just do have so much survival. So just make sure you are getting past the early game with the combo. That is one of their weak points. They do have weaker early games, but if you can get past that point, get to the mid to late game and start team fighting, then you're gonna find so many situations where the enemy just goes for an engage, they think it's good, but you just end up baiting them in because of the Kayle ultimate and the Zilean ultimate, and you can just turn on them and burst them out. So it's just a great combo and a very difficult combo for the enemy team to play into in solo queue. So how about a combo for the newest champion that just got released, Kiana? Now, originally I did think that Kiana would be a good synergy with champions like Anivia or like Jarvan, but it turns out that her ultimate actually doesn't work with terrain built by her own teammates or built by the enemy team. It only works when the opponent is up against a wall, so it kind of singles out the Anivia combo or the Jarvan combo, which would definitely be very good, but Kiana paired up with Gnar is a very strong combo. So with with the Gnar there, with the Mega Gnar and his ultimate, what you want to be looking to do is just try to fight in tight corridors. This is really important because you don't want to be fighting out in the open in the mid lane. You don't want to be A-ramming with this combo. You want to try to be getting into the jungle, looking to find the enemy in tight spaces, and then just use the Mega Gnar, knock the opponent up against the wall. Keanu comes in, follows up with her ultimate, and there's just so much team fight, so much burst potential with the combo if you can play it correctly. I would say it's definitely one of the more difficult combos to play around because you do really have to be playing around the Mega Gnar, playing around the Gnar engage there, which can be harder to execute in certain situations, but if you can get it down, it is a very rewarding combo. And then lastly, to round out the video, is going to be Anivia paired up with either Poppy or Gnar. So a really good combo at finding picks in the mid game. The Anivia wall paired up with the Poppy stun and the Gnar ultimate can be so strong in the mid to late game. This is another combo that does work better if you can play it in tight corridors and play in the jungle, because if you can get an Anivia wall off and block off an entire area, it just makes it so easy for the Gnar to come in with a huge ultimate. Poppy gets a really good stun off. The Anivia with her AoE damage can be super devastating. You can also find picks just out in the open with this combo too. It's pretty important to keep track of the enemy's flash cooldowns, because if you can do that, then you can look for a nice flash wall yourself with Anivia, a flash wall paired up with a Poppy stun there to find picks in the mid game. So there's a lot of different things you can do with these two synergies, and it is one that can be very strong for solo queue as well. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. Those are 10 super strong duo synergies that you can use in solo queue and have a lot of success with. If you guys did enjoy this video, then be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you have yet to already. So thanks for watching, have an awesome day, and I will see you in my next video.